Are we live? I don't know. Hello. I said this start would be something to change. Hello. I just want to check everything's going to work because I literally just started and I'm going straight in. Just no pissing about. Get the live. We're not live. How do you know? How do you know what's that? How do you know I asked? That jump scared you? Good. Glad. I'm happy. Well, happy as I can be. Hello everyone. Welcome to the morning of the potential data slate. Faction pack's not updated yet. I don't know if there will be any updates to the faction packs, but the MFM is on 1.3. Ooh. That's about it. I haven't seen anything, so let's go have a look. We'll wait for people to get in. Hello, hello, hello. We'll give it like 2 minutes, and then we'll get into it. No spoilers, I guess. Well, spoilers, I don't care. I did make a post there. Cool. All right. Sweet. How's everyone doing? I seriously need an update. I'm not even joking. Can you now not play Centurions at events? I can until the Codex comes out, which is in October. And then I think the plan is basically just if I'm belligerent enough, I could just like say that they're not in Legends and hope that people believe me. Who knows? Who knows how that's gonna work? Yeah, there's probably gonna be a lot of people in chat. So if you do want to yell at me, Superchats and bits are the way to go, because I will probably not be able to read all of your messages. Because turns out, when you build up a YouTube channel and a personality around a certain unit, you get to cash in on its demise, which is very nice for me. But we're going to go through the data slate, then we're going to talk about the Space Marine stuff, then we're going to talk about all that kind of fun stuff. There we go. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have a fun time. This is the fastest I've seen Paul upload video. To be fair, yes. That one it took me like 7 hours.
This data slate is targeting me and my WGT in particular. Crying face emoji. Crying face emoji.
Crying face emoji. Crying. All right, let's get into the data slate. I should have it set up. Browser. Ta-da! Right. We're just going to go through. I've also found the thing, which means I can just change the faction from here, so I don't have to keep going back. We're just going to go zooming through these. Just see what's been updated. Don't just help Paul's Centurion replacement? You can do. I mean, I have other stuff. I can actually make a list. Can I make a list without Centurions? Oh, maybe, actually. I don't know. It would have been easier if I had my Storm Raven. Nothing. There is no changes to sisters. Cadian, your wish has been heard. Cadian shock troopers, Catch and Tungle fighters, they're down to 70 points. Deathcore Kriegs down to 70. These ones, the 20 versions are also down. Heavy weapon squads up by 5. Did you not inform me ahead of time they were sending this insurance to Legends, those bastards? No, they didn't pick up the call. They didn't pick up the phone, which was very rude of them. Heavy weapons up 10. Lehman Russes are down. Okay, so they've done a big thing here. Lehman Russes are down massively. And points are up per war gear. Well, I mean, even if you, for a Lehman Russ commander, for example, even if you put on all of the... Well, I guess the Demolisher Cannon's 15, but that was always 15. But it's down by 20 and then up by 15 there, so it's down by 5 overall. So that's interesting. That's all of the Lehman Russ variants. And no changes down there. So Lehman Russ is down with a bit of jiggery pokery. Deathcore Krieg down, Catcher's down, and the heavy weapon squads are up. So not too bad. I don't know why I went down here. It should go across. Alaric Custodians are up. Your third unit is going to cost more, and for if you have 5 models, it's +5. 6 models plus 10. It's not huge. And your third unit of versus Praetors. Lions of the Emperor. What has changed its force disposition and is now 3DP? And Tharanatoi Hammerblow is now Disruption. I'm guessing this used to be Disruption. This is now taken hold, 3DP. Which is interesting. This is the MFM. There you go. Admech. Castaner robots. Hell yeah, we love Castaner robots in this house. They're down. 300 points for 4 is interesting. Obviously, although your second onwards is 330. That's a big increase for the second squad. Your flyers are down a bit. Servitors are up for the third. Tech Priest Dominus down. Not much else. Any changes? Because it will tell me no changes there. So, small readjustments for Admech. Eldari. Dark Reapers, Dire Avengers. Both down 5 or 10. That's a thing. What's that? Clive the Kiwi, thank you for becoming a member. Thank you very much. Eldrad. Daddy Eldrad is down 10. Spirit Seer, Storm Guardians, Warlocks, Warlock Skyrunners, Warwalkers are down a little bit. The Vizark is down 10 if you're one of 3 Yanari players. That's fun. That's fun. The force disposition for Aspect Host is now priority assets. I don't know what it was before. And that's it. So a little bit of changes there for Eldari. We did Asher Militarum, Black Templar. We'll actually come back to those because they're going to be part of Space Marine. Horma 1 is going to be so upset. Anonymous gift. Gee, what? Whoa. Hell yeah, what's that? Five gifted subs from an anonymous gifter. Thank you very much. Over on Twitch. I apologize that the things aren't thinking. There you go. Beast Snuggle down. Blood Crushers are up. Good, because those things are horrifying for 6-man. Bloody hell, those things are horrible. Contorted Epitome. Demonettes are up. Fiends are up. Keeper of Secrets is up. Basically, all of the problem things are up. Skull Cannons, Ren Masters. Because, yeah, demons are fairly strong. Your Demonic Incursion has also changed to Taken Hold. Again, I don't know what it was before. So a few points up for demons, because they were pretty nasty. Hey, Chaos Knights, your Knight Lancer and your Knight Atropos have gone down. The Despoiler is down by 20. Jesus Christ. Steve, don't look. Steve, stop looking. Steve, please go away. Please don't. Mega Cosmos, thank you for subscribing as well. Thank you very much. And Yo Lucifer, sorry, I missed your thing. And Shifty as well. Sorry, I missed your members as well. Thank you very much. Yeah, don't look at the fact that battle cannons are down, the cost of a Despoiler is down, the Rampager is down, the Carnivore is down, the Lancer is down. The unique tag has been removed, so you can actually do Hound Pack, Lance, and Hunting Warpack together, which sounds scary, but nothing else. You can bring your Centurion blobs. Oh wait, okay, Steve, ban yourself. I don't know if you're even a mod on YouTube chat, but ban yourself. Ban yourself, or I'll come in and padlock every single attachment to for the cables at the gym to the random things. So Chaos Knight's eating well. The Defiler continues to go up. They just no Defilers allowed. The second Defiler onwards still goes up, and the Huron's Marauders is now Purge. Purge the foe for Huron's Marauders. That's the thing. What's that? Thank you very much for Super Chat.
What is this? Paul is live at this hour. Impossible.
Today you learnt about time zones. Thank you very much. Where was it announced? It wasn't announced. It just happened. It will be announced later. Yeah, your force disposition has changed for Huron's Marauders, but that's about it. Not much there for Chaos Space Marines. We really need to... No, we don't need to look at Titan Legion, let's be real. That's Dark Angels, we'll come back to them. Death Guard! Light Lords down! Defilers up! Thank you for super chat, Camillus. And also, hello...
Iron within, iron without.
Hello,
the Screaming Ravens are welcome to join the fold.
Thank you very much for the super chat. We will get onto that stuff. We will get onto that. Foul Blight spawn down, Mortarion down 15, Mephitic Blight Haulers. I mean, Froggy's eating good. Let's be real. And in fact, Steve again. Steve has Death Guard. Steve is winning a lot. He is no longer have to deal with my Centurions, and 2 of his armies have currently been buffed. Your unique tag has been removed from a lot of places. Mortarions, Hammer, Champions of Contagion, Contagion Engines, and Flyborn Host. All of their unique tags have been removed, so I don't think you have
that
any
Legends
anymore.
Thing wiped out 95% of my SM army at _@.
At _@, thank you very much. Thank you for the super chat, Lucky Legacy. Yeah, we will get onto that. Yeah, there's no more unique tags for Death Guard. That might open up a lot of design space, which is quite fun, because Death Guard are struggling. Drukhari, what we got? I'm gonna guess nothing. I was so right. Nothing. Absolute 0 things for Drukhari. Emperor's Children. Defiler, up. Lord Exultant, up. And then the demon stuff. Little bit of ups here for some of your Carnival Excess enhancements. Any changes to disposition? No. So it's mostly your demon stuff. So Emperor's Children's fine. Genetic Stealer cults, Trouser Stealer cults. Nothing. Nothing for Gene Stealers. Grey Knights. Okay, that's got Landry the Redeemer in it, so that we will come back to. Agents? Nothing, because agents aren't real. Imperial Knights. Nothing for Imperial Knights. Pigs of Otan. Okay, Thunderkin are up for 6 models. So they're a bit more expensive than just getting the 3s, although not for your 3rd unit onwards. Chthonian Berserkers are down, Chthonian Earthshakers down, Hearthkin Warriors are down. Steeljacks with the guns are up, but Steeljacks with the melee are down. 75 points for that. Pretty good. Zedron, thank you for the super chat. I apparently have a hype chest, I'm going to open that later. And the Capri Suns are up. Nothing here, no changes to the dispositions, but a little bit of stuff down. So Ironjacks with melee, and then if you're a Chthonian player, you're a Berserks player. If you're one of those psychopaths, you're eating good. Necrons. Okay, here we go. Locust Destroyers for 6 are up. And then your second squad is massively up. Your 3rd squad, sorry. So if you have 3 squads of Locust, you're struggling. Same with the Locust Heavy Destroyers. The Locust Lord is up. Necron Warriors are up. The Ophidian Destroyers are up for 6. But I mean, people took them in 3s mostly, so that's fine. Plasmans are up. Scorpec Lord up. Lots of ups. Lots of ups there. No changes to any dispositions, though. So that's still fine. Yeah, Destroyer stuff is quite scary. And it's not that much up. It's not too bad. When Necron Warriors up, who's using them? I guess someone is. Someone is. I'm guessing Orcs have nothing, because they have a... Yeah, there's nothing in Orcs, because they have a Codex coming out soon. Here we go. Space Marines. Let's have a look. Really? 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 You're sending them to Legends, GW. Why are you making it harder to play them? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this to me? That I think is the rudest thing I've ever seen in my life. 6 Centurions with las cannons are now 3. They should have removed this, because here's the thing, that they did that because Centurions did very well with grav cannons. But what they've actually done is just made them just significant. Like, you now have to take grav cannons. There's no choice, because it's now 395. It's 400 points. That is more than a knight. That is more than a night for that. And they're sending them to Legends anyway. They didn't even they didn't even let us have fun for the next month. I'm writing a script where I'm just like, okay, you know, let's like take a step back. But this is heinous, GW. So you want the crown side to kick you? Thank you, Super Chat. Yeah, this is the last straw. If I didn't legitimately hurt myself making the video yesterday because of how I was having to do stuff with my voice and my diaphragm, I would get more angry. But this is beyond the pale. I'm going to be honest.
Saw you on the ground and decided to kick.
Exactly. Thank you for the stupid. Where is the? Not appearing on screen. I apologize. It should appear on screen. I might need to add it. No. Actually don't know what it is. So I apologize, that's not working. It's fucked. It's all fucked. Everything's fucked. Everything's broken and on the floor. Landlord Redeemer is up. Thank Christ, because that thing was broken. Librarians continue to go up because Terminators are too strong, apparently. Everything else is fine. Vulcan Heastan, thank Christ, he's still too cheap. But at least he's up.
GW said finish him.
It's bothering me. Thank you for the super chat. I'm just going to pop back into this because I can see what it is. It's called... just called TTS. Okay. And it's a globe. Oh, I could just scroll down. It's there. That's just going to go there for now. That should now like pop up with stuff. You didn't buff anything else. Anything down here? Did they change anything? Probably not, because there is a codex coming out soon. I'm assuming this is all the same. Yeah. Literally, they nerfed just Vulcan Heaston a little bit. That Terminate Librarian, the Landary Redeemer, and then just fuck Centurions. Just fuck Centurions. That's actually heinous. That is disgusting, and I'm not happy. Now we can go back and look at the other things. So let's have a look here. Sword Black Templars. They love you. Fuck off. No. No. You don't get to do this, GW. No, you don't get to keep Centurion Devastators. Fine for Black Templar, but fuck everyone else. No. Not having it. If that's the same for everyone, I'm going to be so mad. Blood Angels. Librarian went up. The Librarian didn't go up. Oh, Black Templars can't use Librarians, that's why. No. Fuck. And Sanguinary Guard and Death Company are down. Fuck. Why did Raven Guard get the fucking bad rap? What did Raven Guard do? Right, I better see some fucking ups for the bikes. Only for the third? Fuck off, only for the third. Samael's only 100. Samael was 95 points. No, Samael was 95. Samael was better than Shrike, cheaper than Shrike and Shard.
Money for 3D printed spikes to convert your useless little guys to useful obliterators/mutilators.
No, I'm not having that. How was Samael 95 when he can do the fucking... And the Raven Guard command squad wasn't even touched. You can do a 33-inch turn 1? No. The fact he's 5 more points to Shrike or Shan. No. Yes, last time I played against Samael, I killed him with Shrike and 5 Vanguard vets straight up. But that's not the point. No. I guess I'm playing a Divergent chapter. Lander Redeemer's gone up at least. Recon Hunter, which I think was the thing that made it strong, has gone up at least. Thank you for the super chat.
Sorry, Paul. Time to become a Black Templar player. Also, Vulcan getting a lesser point increase than Sense is insane.
It is insane. It's actually mental. I think this was the thing that allowed you to do the scouts. At least that has been nerfed. But what are the other ones? Grey Knights we can go have a look at, because I think that's where we saw the Landry Redeemer. Paladins are up for big squads, and your third unit is massively up. Purgation's down slightly. But nothing else here. And Grey Knights, we did all that. Space Wolves. Wolf, yes, that's Pridders. Pridders is dead. Pridders has died. Rip Pridders. I'd be more mad, but that's still cheaper than Centurions. Obviously, your third squad upwards is massively up, and I guess you have to pay for the Storm Shields. This is now more with parity with regular Assault Terminators. Thunderwolf Cavalry up. I mean, Pridders, just play Centurions because they're cheap for you. And then nothing else down there. Alright, Tau. Star Scythes, I don't remember which ones they are, but they're up. Twin Lance continues to go up. The Twin Lance is still just too good. Tiger Sharks, for those who are using a Tiger Shark, I'm sorry. I mean, no fun. A Tiger Shark is the same cost as Centurions with las cannons now, just to let you know. So, don't complain. Montcart also has got an increase to Swiftly.
I have a solution. My list has gone from 44 Termis to 40 Termis.
Nice. My solution is I think I just have to get rid of Centurions. Or I have to use Grav Cannons and hope that I don't go up against any sort of monsters. Unbelievable. Honestly unbelievable. Thousand Suns. Let's see if my opponent is going to get screwed. Exalted Sorcerers and Inferno Masters are up 5 each. Defilers are up 10. Sorcerers are up 10. Sorcerer Terminator are up. So basically all of the characters are up, and then Grand Coven, the Umberific Crystal, is up 10. Ooh, that's a big jump. Umberific Crystal is very strong. That does mean Hal the Amber King, my opponent for the next round of the Chrono Cup, does have to change his list, because I have to change mine as well. Which is a real shame. We don't have to look at Titan Legion, of course we don't. Tyranids, Exocrines. I can't remember which ones they are. Maleceptors. They're down. Exocrines are down. Pyrovores are like all over the place. So it's 40 for one, but 70 for... And it's 30 for each next one, I see. And it's still 30 for each next one, but it starts off... yeah, sure. Tyrant Guard are up for 6. Tyrannofex is down. Zone Thropes are down. Your Synaptoprescience upgrade is up 5. No changes to dispositions, though, so that's all good. World Eaters. Eater of Worlds. Eater of Worlds. Claw Berserkers are down. There you go. And there you go. That's it. That's it. That is it. Make Tower Epics more expensive. Why are they cheaper? Ah! Are there any updates to the... Yes. Okay, we've got two... Only 2 faction packs have been updated, which is interesting. I don't know if that just means these are the only 2 being updated, or if there are going to be more.
I hadn't played since 5th edition. Legends changes eliminated most of my army. Predator, Razorback, 3x Vindis, Whirlwind, 4 to 5 squads of Devastators.
Okay, I'm gonna be real with you. 5th edition 40k, if you haven't played since then, was 2008. That was 18 years ago. So, you had 18 years you could have played that army. I'm just saying. Not to, like, rag on you specifically. I'm just mad about the fact that Centurions went up, so I'm lashing out at other people. You know, that's just me. The fact that they only nerfed Centurions just in regular Space Marines. None of the Divergent chapters. I'm so mad. Right, we got some changes here. I think I'll go to 250. You can see it best. Changes to rules updates. Okay, that's right at the bottom. Okay, you have this. Okay, they had to make it because people were like, oh, what's a circular foundation marker? It's a 40mm one because all objective markers in the core rulebooks are 40mm. And it's just like, please, for the love of God, it's 40mm. Just deal with the fact that it's a real measurement. But that's it. That's the only thing they've changed there, just a clarification. And what do we have in here? In Eldari. Serpent's Brood. When mustering an army, you can select friendly Harlequin characters model to be your warlord. So you can have a Harlequin Warlord. The Venom Crest Spit profile changed ballistic skill to that, and frame has been removed from the following Legends data sheets. There also are some rules changes, so let's go down to about 30. That's all Legends. I guess about there. No, it's still Legends. That's actually quite high in the letters. Go up. Keep going up. Oh no, this is too high, because this is Vipers. So it should be here. Here we go. What else have we got? So that's the thing it just said up there, where you can now be a Warlord. The Vizarch is now support, not leader. Warlock Conclaves are also support, and aren't characters anymore. Well, they weren't characters before, to be fair. So yeah, they're just support. So your Warlock Skyruns and Warlock Conclaves can't go on their own anymore, which means Eric has to change his list as well. That's all. That's also changed. But that's it there. I am wondering if they're going to... Hey, look at that. One refresh straight in. Now, are there any faction packs that haven't been updated? Agents, Gene Stealers, Black Templar, Custodians. So there's a few that haven't, but they may still be. Because this I think happened last time. Is that in the app, the Imperial Guard one had been updated, but they hadn't updated it here. So let's start working through these. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Now, if they've changed the space we want, it says Centurions are now baller as fuck, and that's why they've increased the price. I'm happy with it. Frame is removed from the Ravenwing Talon Master, and I'm assuming there's probably something else. Have a look. Lionel L. Johnson. In your command phase, it specifically adds you can place it in Street Reserves, and it must make an ingress move in your next movement phase. So that's changed there. So I think obviously it probably did it just say like in the command phase? They could do it in yours. I'm not sure. Toby would know, but he's not here. Unless he is. But yes, Toby, let me know. Death Guard. Rules changes. Zoop. I went too far. This is Legends. Alright. Nurgle's Gift, Skull Squirm Blight. Each time a model in this unit makes a ranged attack, enemy units have the benefit of cover. Each time a model in this unit makes a ranged attack, enemy units have the benefit of cover against that attack. Huh. Weird. And then you've got the Mortarian's Hammer, unengaged vehicle, bear a charge. Oh, you basically you have a -1 to charge. Okay, that's just a point and click adventure game. But not much else. Death Guard. A little bit of stuff there. Sisters. I'm going to do one more refresh here just to make sure that we get all of them. No, they haven't updated anymore. Cool. What we got going on here? Let me zoom in. There's a keyword for Celestians now. Improve weapon skill and ballistic skill of weapons equipped by Battle Sisters. Insidiance. Sacrosanct Bag of War Suits. And this now says friendly Celestians have +1. So that's just a small bit of change there. And then, I don't know if this actually was, yes. Army of Faith. The Axe of Faith. At the start of each turn. So I believe that used to say battle round. But let's just say what will be Legends way before it happens, so you can still play your units that you know begun soon. They have, so they're not going to go till October, so I've got like 2 months. At the start of each turn. So, you're now getting twice as many Miracle Die. That seems pretty big. One character model from your army that was just destroyed, you can use the stratagem and that model... set that model up. So I guess this used to be unit, which was probably a bit of a oversight. Celestian keyword, we saw about that. And while this unit contains the Celestine model in command phase, you control one destroyed German superior model. I don't know what that was before, but that's the thing now. That's what it is. That's what it is. That's what it be. The Suns. Actually, you know what? Before we do see Suns, because I've just seen Universal Rules update, let's actually look at any Universal Rules. Here we go. This might actually give some context. Move types for disembarking units. The rule allows a unit to be eligible to declare a charge after disembarking from a transport model that made a normal move that turn. That unit makes an assault disembark move for that disembarkation instead of a disembark move. If a rule allows a unit to disembark from a transport model that made an advanced move that turn, that unit makes a shock disembark move for that disembarkation. I don't get it. That one I'm going to have to mull over. We'll come back to that. I'm sure someone will agree there.
Paul the First can't believe you. You just couldn't help yourself. First getting Sense nerfed, and then a video on your meta list and Vulcan nerfed. SMH.
Good. Vulcan deserved to be nerfed. Bastard. What are we looking at? Thousand Suns. The Thousand of Suns. Thousandth Suns. Where's the red? Red or red? Helldrake. OC has become 0. Instead of dash, we've added 2 types of disembark. Okay, I'll have a look at those. Interesting that there is that Helldrakes can now have their OC improved. That's interesting. Weird, but okay, we'll take it. Admech. Adeptus Mechectus. We need to go down to page 17. Oop. What we got? What's going on? Admechius. Okay. Cybernetic and Datasmith. Remove leader, add support. That's already been done. Remove inventory, add vehicle. If there are no Castle and Robot models in this unit, it loses vehicle and becomes inventory. Okay, so because it's a support, you have to add it to a unit. Once the robots are gone, it turns into an inventory. So it doesn't give Castle and Robots inventory, which is probably why they were buffed. Because that was jank. That was some jank shit. Thank you for super chat.
Sorry for your lost. When do you plan to go on your Joker arc on GW?
You know,
sense.
I am become the Jonkler, as they say. I'm gonna Pennywise all over the place. Space Wolves is there. Let's go Space Marines so we can get like more of a context of what's going on here. Although if it says anything about Centurions, it probably doesn't matter for Space Wolves because they didn't get nerfed. Do you know that Gaston's getting a 3rd edition? I did not know that, but that's excellent news. All these people saying like, oh, you should play Conflict 47 or you should play a different thing. Like, nah, miss me with that. I don't really care about Conflict 47 or Bolt Action. It's not my thing. Gaslands though. Gaslands I'm in. Okay. Armored Spear Tip was changed. If your unit is wholly within 6, you can disembark. Okay, so this helps Armored Spear Tip because they made it so you couldn't get back into a transport that you disembark from the same turn unless it's specified. So this is now allowing you to do that, which helps a lot. And then we need to go to page very far down. 60. Anvil Siege Force has been updated. Once my once the PDF has decided I can scroll. Okay, scroll too far. Go up, go back up, please. I want to see what's going on. Right. Well, the bearer is leading unit models in that unit have a field of pain 6+ while they are within an objective you control. And while that unit is battle shocked, halve the objective characteristic of models in that unit unless instead of changing it to dash. Okay, so it used to say 0, which I guess is just a rules update. And you have to be in control of the objective now in Anvil Siege Force. Give me to pay respects for the screen. Anything else? I'd figure there might be more. It's a big codex. I'm not seeing any other red. Might be quite a small update here. Anything in the FAQs? No, literally that's it for Space Marines. Okay. I was hoping they would be like, hey, you can... Centurions are T a million. Space Wolves, what's up? What's up, Space Wolves? Each containing an equal number of models as possible. When splitting a unit in this way, make note of which models are made. Okay, so just making sure that that has the wording that they all do, so you don't get cheeky and go, well, it doesn't say that I can't split it into a 1 and a 9. Wolves get nothing. What's the plans post Centurion purge? More purging. Just purge everywhere. Let's have a look at the doubles. I assume determine a layout step. Oh. Is there a event? Okay. That's going to be interesting. We'll get to that. Chaos Knights. First, I'm going to do a quick refresh here just in case there's been more updates. No. Same ones. Okay. Chaotic Knights. Go down to page 26 and we'll zoom in so you can actually read it. Not that far. What's chaotic about the Knights? Storm of Darkness. Shooting phase or fight phase. Stealth and melee has -1 to hit. So because this here isn't red, it makes me think that that wasn't there before. So it would be like, you had to do it in your shooting phase. And then and then you had to get -1 in melee. So that's just a small change. Knights, you're okay. You're okay, Knights. So how much do you spend on Centurions? I don't really know how much. You could probably guess how much. But I recouped my losses. So that's the main thing. 23. Okay, Master of Camouflage Attachment. Astra Militarum, except Titanic have stealth. I assume it was probably like -1 to hit or something. Like, I don't know. And that's it. Small update. Frame removed from the Tantalus, sure. I mean, that was probably before anyway. 7. Oh, look. Anything of importance. Venom! That unit can embark within this transport and a turret disembarked from a Okay. Okay. So I think this said before, from this transport. So now it's allowing you to get back into a Venom that you weren't in before. That's, Scari's going to do something with that that's going to make you cry. Like, changing that one thing, I think Scari's just gone, okay, I'm going to end this man's career to his next opponent. Yeah, does the Venom... And this is the funny one. Does the thing that it does say it's allowed to do the thing it does? Yes, because it says it does. That's the only change, so, yeah, have fun with that one. We did Space Marine Wheaters. We're looking for page 7. Yeah, the Helldrake. Just the Helldrake change, probably. Oh, and Khan the Betrayer. The end of the charge phase, if this unit's on the battlefield, it's unengaged, it contains a bodyguard model, this unit makes a leadership roll. If that leadership roll has failed, one bodyguard model in the unit is destroyed. What was that before? I need to know what that was before, because that sounds funny. That sounds very funny. Let me find out what that was. What that is currently. Carnivorous the Betrayer. At the end of the charge phase, if this model is leading a unit, and that unit is not within engagement range of one or more, you must take about leadership. Okay, so it is... okay, it's not that bad. It's just changing it to... If it's on the battlefield, because technically it meant you'd have to do this in, like, reserves and in transports. So it has to be on the battlefield, unengaged, which is just the new way of saying not within engagement range. And has a bodyguard model. So you don't have to do it if you don't have the bodyguard model. Cool. Fair enough. Fair enough. So yeah, you don't have to kill people inside the transports. Necrons. Necrons of Next. Oh, we have something up top. They've removed... Ah, okay, that's interesting. So they've got this, like, out-of-phase charge. But they've removed the thing that says that even if that you don't get the charge bonus. Because nothing now gives... Like, all of stuff like Heroic Intervention gives you charge bonuses. Which I almost forgot. Or I did forget, but my opponent, Jordan S. Sector, was very nice to allow me to take back that mistake. Cosmic Precision. One Necron unit from your army that is arriving and using an ingress move this phase. Okay, so that's like... I think just wording update. Instead of like arrive from Deep Strike or something. Monolith. Well, making that ingress move, the unit must be wholly within 6 inches of this unit and unengaged instead of more than 8 inches from all enemy units, even if that is within your opponent's deployment zone. Ooh, hang on a second. Right, let me think about this. So, that unit can make an ingress move, and while making that ingress move, that unit must be set up wholly within 6 inches of this unit, so the monolith, and unengaged instead of more than 8 inches from all. So you can get them like right up. It can't make a charge move, but you can get something like 2 inches away and be like, sup. And in your opponent's deployment zone. That is very interesting. That's very interesting. I kind of like it. Alright, we've got Tyranids. I'm not sure what's updating in the Orc faction pack, because they get a codex coming soon. What page are we looking for? 17. Okay. You lied to me. It was actually 19, unless I just read it wrong. Synaptic Goading. Any phase... when Silent Raise your army... makes a surge move. When making that surge move, you can re-roll the d6 to determine how far you go. And your unit can end that move as close as possible, close to the objective marker, instead of as close to enemy unit. Okay, so it's just like a update to surge move. Ooh, big update to the Norn Harpoon. So Harpooned, let me try and find out what Harpooned was. It probably is just like fine. Declares a charge. If the enemy monster unit is within 12 inches of this unit was hit by an attack made by the weapon, you can use the ability. If you do so, the unit has +2 charge rolls at the end of the phase, and it must end a move engaged with that monster or vehicle. That's probably just an updating of the wording, which is fine. Yeah, I think a lot of this is just updating the, like, cleaning up wording. There's nothing in the FAQ. What was that? Tyranids. Orcs. Orcs. Have a look at Orcs. Because it could... Who bloody knows what's going on here? We're looking for page 24 when we get to it. Okay, that's doing this new assault disembark move thing. So we'll have to look into what that is. You can make a normal or fallback move before it deadly demise ability is resolved, and before any... this is something they changed from Armored Spear Tip because it was busted. But also, this is changing anyway, so who cares? But for now, apparently, before Yokai decks, you get to have fun. So basically, you can do a normal fallback move before Deadly Demise and before disembarking. Obviously, that's going to get changed anyway. Suppressed, that's just adding a keyword for it. And... when using the Green Tide Mob Mentality Detachment rule, do I switch to the 6+ invuln save partway through unit's attacks when the number of models in the target drops below 10? No. The number of models in the unit when the target is determined unit invuln save until the attacks are resolved. That's just how the rules work. That's always been how the rules work. Same with Blast. Emperor's Children. Children of Emperor. So it's on the downloads website. You can also go to the, I think it's like MFM, what is it? mfm.warhammer-community.com. The actual points. There's not many points, don't worry about it. 9. This is probably going to be the Helldrake. Oh, there's something else. Oh, it's the adding this to allow some of those things that allowed you to get in and out, and the Helldrake goes to 0, which is interesting. I'm guessing there's ways to buff the OC of a Helldrake now, which is interesting. Imperial Knights. Oh wait, we saw Imperial Knights because that was one of the two. It was Imperial Knights and Aldari that we'd already seen. So we've just got these 3. And I'm going to do a quick refresh just in case the others have updated. They have not. So there are a few that have not updated. Or they are updated, they just haven't said. We'll find out. Helldrake was OC04, so I think they changed it to OC dash. Unless this is just updating the actual thing here. Because flyers used to be OC dash. Let me have a look at if I can just see it very quickly. Helldrake. Yeah, currently Helldrake's at OC dash, not OC 0. It's already new data status today? It is, yes. And we need to go to page 19. Are you going to make a rage video about the remove of Centurions? I'm going to make a video about the remove of Centurions. In EC it says 0? Ah, fair enough. If it's on the app's probably already updated. I was looking at a thing that hasn't been updated. It didn't say there was updates? Oh, was that? I feel like I'm going blind. Where's the red? Have I gone blind? Was it just the frame thing? It was the top. The only thing here is like Legends has some frame removed. That's it. Yeah, they removed some frame from some Legends stuff, and then we need to go to page 37. Like, it didn't say rules update, so I guess it's just the frame thing. Yeah, okay. Let's have a look. I'm guessing Helldrake, yes. And anything else? No. Alright, so now... we got some actual stuff here. Determine a layout step updated, erratas and FAQs updated, and layouts updated, as listed on page 7. Okay, so determine we recommend running through layouts A, B, and C sequentially, repeating this as needed for the number of games being played. So that's now determining how to, like, determine the layout. Because it was like, as directed by the Warhammer events organizer, they can either use it or roll off. But this is like their recommendation. Just go A, B, C, D, A, B. Which I think most people have been doing, which is quite good. Here we go. The plunder secondary mission refers to one unit within a terrain area that is not within your territory. Is the requirement to not be within your territory referring to the unit or the terrain area? The terrain area. Cool. If the unit I select to be my beacon unit upon drawing the beacon secondary mission is destroyed prior to achieving the mission, can I select a new beacon unit? Nope. Which means that you'll be unable to achieve it. We recommend discarding it being your turn to gain a CP. No Black Templar buffs? There absolutely were. They got points buffs. You're lying. You're lying to yourself and lying to me. I'm lying to chat. And I won't stand for this. Good lord. Okay, layouts updated. Fucking all of them. Will we be able to work out what they look like? What they looked like before? I have no idea. That is basically most... I hope they, like, tell you, like, at the top if it's been updated. The layout A is not updated. Layout B has been updated. Whoa. What? That's weird, right? These two big ones here are no longer the objective. Rapid ingress pave and compare manually. That's a good idea. You're right. When you're right, you're right. So this is taken hold. Yeah, okay, good. Taken hold B, taken hold B. Yeah, so this used to be a big one in the middle. And these two here used to be, like, coming off these corners. Now it's like these two are combined into one. That's interesting. That's weird. That's interesting. How's my stumble going to fit through that? Probably, like, that way. You can walk through these. And C. I believe C was changed. Was C changed? Yes. Annoyingly changed, basically. These two are now slightly tilted, but also have more terrain on them. So these used to have just like the little L's. Now they're two big ones, and it's slightly tilted. But apart from that, I think that's it. Yeah. And the little bits of terrain are on these edges now instead. Yeah, the tilt, that slight tilt is annoying. That is annoying. Versus Unstoppable Force, which is Purge. Layout A looks unchanged. Layout B is slightly changed. Is it? No, that's still there. That's still there. That's there. That's there. No, layout B is the same, I think. Layout C is also the same. Looks like layout C is the same as well. Versus Disruption. This looks the same to me. And just having an eyeball. I should have like found the list before I went down this rabbit hole. This looks basically the same. Yeah. This looks the same. Taking Hold versus Recon, layout A looks oh no, this one's still the same. Yeah, that's the same. E is the same, I believe. That looks all the same to me. Yeah, that one's the same. Layout C is the same. Taking Hold versus Prio. A is the same, I think. Looking at that. Taking Hold versus Disruption, layout A, B, and C. Yeah, we did those. Taking Hold versus Prio B. Okay, B has changed. Very, very slightly. These things here used to be here. So I think it's just changing what ruin is on top of there. And that is it. It's just there's this change here to change this big thing for the small things. And then C is the same, I believe. Right, Purge v Purge. Purge v Purge A. Why are they making these minor changes to the maps? For balance, would be my guess. I think A is the same. Oh, Purge v Purge all have changed. Okay. Oh, that's interesting that these are how that is. Cool. All right, let's play. Spot the difference. Unless they've managed to update within the past 2 minutes. Some of the distances have changed. 5, 5, 7. Oh god, this is like rotated the other way, which is very annoying. 14, 14, 31. Oh, okay, so this one's moved in by an inch. Okay, if it's like an inch, I'm not gonna worry about it. All right, it's gonna take too long to find the differences if it's an inch. That's even too much for me. I'm just gonna try and see like if there's like big changes to where the terrain is. Like if it's moving by an inch or so, fine. That's not really a thing I'm concerned about, because I'm probably losing many inches. Wait, quick question: have they removed Terminators? No. No, Terminators are fine. They literally released them like not that long ago. That looks like it's basically the same. Probably some updates to the actual positions. This one looks very different to me. This one looks weird. Maybe it's just I just haven't played Purge, but because it looks like there's no differences. Yeah, that one's going to be like a slight movement to E1, I think. I wonder if I can find it. 17, 17, 18. Yes, this has rotated more. So this is still 5 and 7. 25 instead of 20. It's 26 to 25, and instead of this one here being 6, it's 8. Sorry, instead of it used to be 8, it's now 6. So it's rotated closer towards you. That's it. Okay, Purge v Disruption. Which ones have changed? Let's have a look. This one mostly looks the same. Purge priority assets B. Reconnaissance A and C, and Purge priority assets A and B. I assume one of those was meant to be Disruption. Unless you replace it twice. I'm going to guess it's probably Disruption B has been changed. But if it has, it's negligible. By the looks of it. I can't really see any differences. Then Purge priority. Purge Recon A and C. Thank you. You're doing the Lord's work. If this one has changed, it is going to be minor measurement adjustments. C is, again, this is looking to be minor adjustments, if I'm being real. Again, see if I can very quickly find a change. I'm not wasting my time. 24, 22, okay. This here is now 1 inch further towards the middle. That used to be 3 and that used to be 7. Cool. Then you said Purge Prio A and B. Purge Prio. Again, negligible measurements, I'm guessing. Yeah, that's negligible measurement. And B. A lot of these are negligible measurements, I think, looking at it. That one again looks like negligible measurements. Yeah. Then that's fine. Disruption. Which one changed for Disruption? Who knows? Who cares? I do. Was it Disruption v Disruption? See if I can find a change. None. Okay, none for Disruption. Okay, we'll move on. The last one, I guess, is Prio and Recon. What are the changes for Recon? Any changes in Recon? Oh, massive change in Recon I've just seen. These are split. Recon now has 4 objectives. These have split up. That's a big change. Recon versus recon. I'm guessing, because recon was always a 5, I'm guessing they're now all 6. Yeah, they're just splitting the middle ones up. Yeah, they split the middle ones up on all of them. So there's now an extra objective. A and B for recon disruption. Let's go find recon disruption. I probably went past it. Oh, if it's recon disruption, they were minor negligible changes. Prio v Prio. Okay, Prio v Prio has also done this, which is definitely new. No, it's not. Apparently, that's how it was before. I've never played Prio v Prio, so there you go. Though they are rotate. Oh, that's layout B. That's why. Whoops, went too far. That's not changed by the looks of it. Yeah, I was comparing the wrong ones there. That one is also, if it's changed, it's negligible, and C is also, I'm assuming, negligible if it has changed. Cool. We'll do one more fresh here to see if there's been an update for the rest of them. No. Very nice. So what I'm going to do is just to have something in the background so I can be mad about something. I'm just going to have that on screen whilst we chat. All right, that was the fun part of going through the Dataslate. Not much has changed, but we do live underwater. Placing all terrain will take longer than the game itself. Probably not. That was one thing that I was very confused about. Why people were going, oh, every time we update or every time we play, we now have to set up the terrain every round. It's like, well, we always had to do that. Recon Disruption B had some terrain area swap round. Okay. Not going to worry too much, because most of them were negligible. I do like the new terrain. I think the new terrain is good. But yeah, this is heinous. I'm very upset. I can't believe they've done this. Do you know that the Centurions are getting removed? I'm aware. Turns out I am aware. You know, it happens. Yeah, I'm just trying to get the get the goss. Yeah, basically not much happened apart from this bullshit, which is just like, are there any events that legends are allowed? Not like tournament ones, but you can easily find them that do. Or if you're playing a pickup game, you say, hey, can I use my indicator? Just become a Subnautica YouTuber. Try iOS? I do want to try iOS at some point. But yeah, that just seems rude. What if they came up with a new Centurion that was bigger? How would you react? I'd be happy. Like, this is the thing. Obviously, they've sent Centurion Devastator Squad and Centurion Assault Squad to Legends. They could turn around and make a Centurion Warsuit, like, as a single a single unit. That could happen. So they might do. Will they? No. But, you know. Centurions are focused on with 8-inch movement. Now you're thinking with now you're real thinking. That's the other thing we can look at. That's the other thing I wanted to talk about. So obviously all the changes they've showed for the stuff. September's update will be the last of the monthly balance patches as we go back to quarterly. A lot of data gathered during August will be forming updates for September. The detachments previously has restrictions preventing them being used alongside others have been removed to open up more avenues for list building. Board disposition matter are being watched close to make sure none are over one-sided. This month's update adjusted for the maps. I've been given more maps with 6 total objectives to reduce the first turn advantage. while terrain areas for some expansion objects have been nudged slightly to open up for more movement lanes. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's much in terms of points and stuff. You have a legend status that you can use home games over. Yeah, but this is the thing. Like, I mean, tactical squads. I mean, people have been proxying tactical squads for years. Fine, like that's not changing anything. How fair they? I'm downright scared of new intercessors. But this is the thing, right? So new intercessor stuff. Let's let me quickly go back to this so I can move this across and hopefully not dox myself. Because I need to zoom this in and hope that that's about right. Sure, close enough. There we go. We're gonna have a look at this. T5, 2 wounds. Okay. I obviously they're going up in points. Like, they could probably go up quite a lot because they're becoming more, and the fact that toughness is 5 widens the range at which stuff can happen, which I think is cool. Because Centurions being T7 was a really weird breakpoint. And then you had, like, what, Gravis at T6, Terminators at T5, Power Armor at T4, and then it was straight into Guard. Like, Guard and Hormigans and stuff. I feel like having the Intercessors being T5 and then the Phobos being T4 is actually good. And also the Phobos being movement 8 makes them a much more unique and different thing, rather than just being, like, the same unit but doing tactical stuff. Now they actually do... Now they actually... The units play as if you expect them to. They're fast, but weak, but you know, not as tough. Which I think is very, very good. Yeah. Phobos being 4, Tactical being 5, Gravis being 6. Terminators, I think, are going to 6. I think they said that. Maybe. Which means Gravis could go to 7 and be the Centurion replacement, which would be interesting. Will I play Centurions in older editions? No, I'm not playing older editions. I haven't got enough time to go back in time. Strength 6 damage to weapons or battle line infantry. I mean, to be fair, like, it's 2 shots heavy. Like, I think this being 4 and then heavy making it 3 would have been cool, but bear in mind this is like your main thing, right? I think this is fine because I think it's going to be like built around it. I do understand that people are obviously worried that it's happening piecemeal, but they have said, like, obviously it's not going to do the thing when these went up to 2 wounds and Chaos was stuck at 1. At least they're changing all of that power armor, space marine stuff at the same time. But if there's less of them, it should be fine. Like, your stuff that's killing, you know, intercessors still going to kill intercessors. And I like the fact that this is now, because obviously these used to just be assault and heavy, right? Now they're one or the other. So that's, again, more cool differences, and it feels like it on the tabletop it's going to feel more thematic. It's like, are you like just spray and praying for maximum shots, like running up and just spray and pray, or are you focusing to try and get those heavy shots in? It's not going to be difficult to kill 5 intercessors, 3 up, no in run. It's really not. I like how it's now knives and fists. I think that's kind of cool. Is this W rules or life ruining? There's no in between. It's either yes or no. It's fine. And then, yeah, so it's toughness 6 Terminators, firing strength 5 Stormbolters. I'm not going to look anything lower than that because it's going to upset me. Increase points value so armies will be smaller, playing like an elite strike. This is what people have been wanting, right? This is what people have asked for. They wanted smaller amount of units on the board that are more, you know, and more durability. Something that to consider here for orcs as well is like the amount of, and also actually before we get to that, bear in mind, Oath of Moment is gone. Oath of Moment's gone, so there's no more rerolls on this. Yeah, so multiplier options has been a thing for like weapons like where you've had either like combi weapons have had it. But the fact that there's now no more Oath means that you're not getting the rerolls and the +1 to wound, which would have made these things insane. Now it is just, like, if you're hitting on 3s, you're missing a third of your shots. Yeah, so they showed in the video a close-up look of one of the profiles in this video here, which you can go watch. And it's now, it's Gladius's detachment rule, is the combat doctrines. We're going back to combat doctrines as the army rule. Hitting on 2s, wounding on 2s, 4+ armor save into my elite infantry. Those DX sites are wounding on 3s and save on 5s, 2-hit kills. But also there's less of them, so it's fine. Probably. I mean, I'm only hitting on 2+ if I stand still. If I had time to stand still, you can just get into melee with them. I think it's gonna be good for the health of the game. I think there is going to be a teething issue with it, and it would have been interesting to have more of an index style thing, but also, like, I think it would probably be okay. And if they don't have cover, exactly. So having cover already saves that. Oath will probably go to first coming task force. That makes sense, yeah. What's replacing Oath now, like when we're Ultramarines? I mean, all of the things are changing. Gravis, Gladius Task Force is probably not going to be a thing, right? You can also hit for ability as well. That is true. I haven't seen... There is a... I'm going to have to play this video and have to shut up.
A new Space Marine Codex...
Oh, bloody... Right, give me a second, because I can't mute it on this player. Because... Oh, it's up there. There you go. Found it. I can mute it on this player. If we find the bit where it shows the... Here. There we go, perfect. If any of the following apply, so if you're in range of an objective, or the target attack is within range of an objective, you get +1 to hit, which will be countered by that. Countered by cover. So this has to be within range of an objective, which means they're on terrain so you can shoot them. Or you're in terrain of an objective, in which case they have to be able to see you. But this is, yeah, Army Rules Combat Doctrines is up here. This is the main thing. Being engaged or battle shock does not prevent you from starting an action, and you can action while shooting. This, I think, is going to be something that happens across all of the battle line units going forward, because Orcs, obviously, you can do actions in melee. Oh, interesting as well, actually. I've just noticed the frag grenade launcher here is 4 shots. No longer... And the other one is just 3 damage. It's not D3 damage. That's something interesting there. And I guess this is the plasma pistol down here. So that's the same, I think? I don't know what this... Oh, that'll be the hand flamer, the 9-inch hand flamer. There. 3 shots. Yeah, so yeah, because it's not +1 ballistic, so it's +1 to hit. So you can't have this plus heavy. I'd like... So it looks like that says 4 to 9. So you can have a big squad of intercessors. That's 1 intercessor sergeant and then 4 to 9. And I think if we look further on... Yeah, the infiltrator one is interesting as well. Even try and get a good look. It's a bit harder. So obviously infiltrators are T4. But they're movement 8. Carbines. They have the infiltrator's keyword. In your shooting phase, I'm assuming this probably says something like 1 visible enemy within uses ability and that detection range is increased. So enemy unit within 12 inches of this unit. So Omni Scramblers is no longer a drop down like you can't drop within 12 inches now. It is it's a decreased detection range thing, which is interesting. You can bait people in. Yeah, intercessors are... And there's no sticky objective that we saw. So intercessors used to be taken for sticky objective. You don't get that anymore. which is very interesting. And yeah, your Helix Gauntlet is no longer a feel no pain. It is now you just heal D3 wounds in your command phase, which is cool. That makes infiltrators a bit more interesting. And again, it's 1 infiltrator 4 to 9 there. I don't think... Oh, look. Don't think they showed anything else off. The other thing they mentioned is there is an image of the... they're in here somewhere. We'll find them eventually. There's a guy holding his models. Here. No lightning claws are shown, which is a real shame. But shields and hammers and stuff is cool. So that's nice. Yeah, it looks like a lot of stuff like rolling for shots has been removed, which is interesting. Kind of like it. Interesting. If leaders always lead, does that mean they'll always heal? No, because once you lose the unit, you lose the ability to heal because it's on their datasheet. It would be if it was the other way round. So, for example, Shrike says while this thing is leading a unit, it gets lone up. When the unit dies, because it's on Shrike's datasheet, he continues to get lone up if he starts the game leading. Other way around, though. So when the Vanguard vets die, the ones that give him lethals on the charge, when they die, he no longer gets lethal on the charge. Even though he's still leading that Vanguard vet unit, the Vanguard vet unit is gone. Reroll shots means we lose out on this ability to spend Miracle Die on flame attacks, which I think is probably fine because you're getting twice as many Miracle Die now. Yeah, these are the classic shields. These are the shields that they used to get. This one's kind of cool. It's got like a more of a short. It's like a stubby blade guard one. It was 330. Yeah, I mean, Jesus. Have you got streams? Thank you very much. That shields a bit gross. I do kind of like them. I like the idea that you can throw them. In my head, Vanguard veterans throw these. Like they descend down and they just like throw them and it like bounces off and they grab it back and then they hit you with the hammer or the axe. Yeah, I need to paint my Lightning Claw Terminators. August points are out. You're a bit late, friend, but thank you for coming. Yeah, they're more of the assault shield. These are basically the assault shields. You're looking at new dataset? Yeah. There's not actually not that much there. The only thing that really matters is this. Because fuck me, I guess. Like, that's just rude, honestly, Games Workshop. That's literally just kicking a man while he's down. Because it isn't on the other ones. I could play Dark Angels fine. Like, it's just rude. Rude. It's rude. Are they relic shields or storm shields? I assume storm shields, would be my guess. Fair, I am exceptionally early for a yank. True. Maybe lean into more what I want to play, what's funny than what's better. Exactly, right? Like, you can go to events or you can go play games with a list that is not meta and do way better than anyone using a meta list if you know how to use the list. I think we kind of proved that when I played against Jordan S. Sector, where, because I'd practiced my list and understood my target selection, I could run him over by just going, I just need to kill the Vengeances. And so once I kill the Vengeances, and I'm using a weird list with loads of Inceptors, I'm like, okay, I've killed the Vengeances, I can take over the game. That's more, those kind of fundamentals, like target selection, understanding what it is that is going to cause you problems and getting rid of them, is far more of a useful thing than any sort of like picking the right units. It does make me annoyed because I was making a list for the London GT, which was going to like be my 12 Centurion, Storm Raven, and a Dream for like the last time. That's now weirdly though, it's only for 6, so it is only 15 points more, which I might have actually... No, I didn't have 15 points. Like, unless... The thing is, a good player using a meta list is probably using that meta list because they're at the point where their skill their skill is like topped, and then they need to like add the meta list to get them to that win, like in WTC or all that kind of stuff. But everyone else, that meta list is going to give you a small advantage, but a bigger advantage is going to be just playing the game better. Just the skill diff is a massive difference compared to your meta list, and that's 99.9% of the players. Your skill will always win out regardless of list. 100%. Unless your list is literal hot garbage. But even then, it just means you have to skill more. Then they up the dev sense by 15 points just to fuck with you. You threatened a few legends of true. I mean, they really did, like, you know, they went, oh yeah, fucking put your money where your mouth is, Paul. Join Chaos? Yes. So let's talk about some of these other things. So people have said to join Chaos. That is something I've had ideas in the past with anyway. Like making a Screaming Raven version of Chaos. And now I have a lot of Mutilators and Obliterators. And a Helldrake, technically. That's an option. Obviously, I do want to kind of play my Drukhari more. Which would be nice. So I can try and get my Drukhari army set back up. I'm going to continue playing the Screaming Ravens, obviously. Like, losing the Centurion sucks, but I really like my Screaming Ravens army. I really like playing Raven Guard type stuff. I really like the other parts of the army. Like, I love the Vanguard vets. I actually really like Inceptors. I like Trike. I like Sharn. You know, I like the rest of the army. Yes, I'm going to lose Centurions, but, you know, there's a lot of other stuff I can do. I haven't played T-Suns in a while. That one, I think, will be, like, a bit further down the list. And Legends are still playable. Like, obviously Legends are still playable. Obviously not in events, but, I mean, I'll be fine. I'll work it out. Yeah, it's an interesting one. I don't know what I'm gonna. So my list for the Chrono Cup has definitely gone up by 15 points, just straight up. So it's no longer viable. So I'm gonna have to change it. I was thinking about changing it anyway because it is a very weird list that's very specific. It's very surgical. Obviously, I can't change to Drukhari or anything, but I'll stick with the Raven Guard. Probably, I can't. I don't even want to go over to Librarius just because of how that's been nerfed. Not by much, but it's still a bit of a pain. I think that there's ways out of it. Because I've essentially now got an extra 400 points to play with if I take out the dev sense. Assaults are better. Yeah, assaults are good, but they're trickier to play. And actually, you're playing Guard because they're not S+, they're A tier. We've discussed this. Guard is an A tier army. And it doesn't matter what metric you're measuring that by, Guard is A tier. How's that wound doing? Want any salt for it? Apparently, I've got lots of salt for it. Like, Assault Centurions are fun. And I have had success with them, but they are a bit trickier to play. And they kind of rely on your opponent underestimating them. Aggressors, I do have 6 aggressors. The flame aggressors are fun. And they have been buffed, and I was thinking about getting them into lists. Terminators are still good. Like, Assault Terminators are still pretty good. Especially if I still continue with Vengeful Host and use Take and Hold. Obviously, I've still got my Blade Guard. Been hit in the head with a pipe. Thank you, Raziel.
Hope you're doing okay, Paul. Here's some loud noises in honor of the Screaming Ravens.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thanks, Raziel. And to be fair, yeah, that is the thing. Like, we can have a We can have a memorial for the Centurions, and it's just noise. Just constant noise for the Screaming Ravens. But I still like the Screaming Ravens. There's still, like, I'm not gonna just go, oh, I'm gonna go play a different game. I spent so long on those F-Zero Vanguard vets. They're my favorite unit, like, that I've painted and built. They're so cool. And I don't want to not use them. Yes, I have 36 Centurions that are gonna go on my shelf. You know what I'm actually gonna do with them? Here's what I'm gonna do. They're gonna go in the Mad Case 2.0, where they're gonna be immortalized. And that's their, like, time capsule. They go in the Mad Case 2.0. Mad Case 3.0 is the future. You should go to turbo.stronghold.com, get yourself a Mad Case 3.0 with mag bag. Very nice, actually, the mag bag. I enjoy the mag bag. Yes, I am grieving, but I'm still shilling. I'm still doing my YouTube job of shilling for content. You know what I mean. You love the magnets. We love magnets. Is this going to work? Magnets. I hope that worked. I can never remember if it works. Also, good lord, did I capitalize on the Centurion thing. The video that I made yesterday has, in 18 and a half hours, 73,000 views and 1,300 comments. It is by far my most successful video I've ever done. It's massively insane. I love it. In recon detachment, Lima Rust executions have permanent -1 damage for shooting. That's disgusting, and I hate it, and I hate you. I don't hate you, really. Bro, you became Kane. Yeah, a lot of people mentioned that I was giving it a bit the old Kane. Also, my new subscriber graph is insane. When I released the video on meta chasing, so subscriber numbers across the channel have been, like, have slowed down, because I think people subscribing to channels is just less, and I'm not reaching more new viewers. I gained 170 subscribers from that video that took me like 3 weeks to make. When just the post I made about Centurions, I got 474, and yesterday I gained 811 subscribers. I've gained like 1,200 subscribers just from this alone. And we currently have 800 viewers in this chat, which is by far the most viewers I've ever had. Someone has also just donated $49.99.
Look at the size of that thing.
Look at the size of that thing. Thank you so much.
Mag Case so strong it outlasted Centurion armor.
It did.
Props to the good attitude man.
Council Logic, thank you very, very much for the $49.99 super chat. That is massive. That's going to go right into not buying more Centurions, unfortunately. I should play Deathwatch. Maybe Deathwatch is my calling. Not really. I don't particularly understand Deathwatch. They're weird and scary, and I don't like them. Only 234 likes. That's because, you know, people don't like the stream. Don't know why. It's because they don't like me, I guess. It's purely the numbers of likes on streams and stuff is purely indicative of what people think of me specifically. And the pain in my heart is only fueled by people giving me money and reinforcement. I will say the weirdest fucking thing. Yeah, first of all, yeah, that's right, Prince. Like, twice I've had the Art of War socials like shout me out, which is very funny. Trying to find me on Instagram, which I don't have, which is also very funny, because I had to ask the woman to go onto Instagram to search what was happening, because I couldn't access the post because I don't have Instagram. I used to have Instagram, but I got rid of it like about a year or so ago. And then yeah, the top comment on all the Reddits, the official Warhammer video about the update, like Auspex Tactics video, Bricky made a video that mentioned me. Like, it's all just seeing my name and like my influence at the top of all of this stuff is fucking bizarre. It's so weird. Like, the number of people that reached out and like pinged me and stuff. It's honestly, it's such a bizarre thing. It's so weird. I like the media, so I love you. Thank you very much. Just keep milking it, bro. Pretty much. I mean, this is the thing. You've got to have built up this. Here's my advice for any like new and aspiring content creators: find something that is doomed in the next 3 to 5 years. Build yourself up to be the guy for that thing, and then cash in on its demise. Like, find a game that will be like killed off in like 2 to 3 years. Become the guy for that game, and then cash in on the demise. Just finished Knight Lancer, so thank you for the vibes. Hey, awesome. And Knight Lancer, hell yeah. Did I pivot to be a guard player? No. Isn't that the short selling? Probably, I guess. I don't know. But it does mean that I don't get this to have this again. Like, this is it. Like, this is the, like, the peak of the channel in terms of this kind of virality, unless I somehow pivot to something else. Especially to show the love for the favorite mods and people think you and stuff. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, and I'm working on a video about this whole thing that isn't going to just be 2 minutes of heavily edited insanity. Like, it's just like 2 minutes of abstracting, basically. I am going to make a video about this where I kind of don't want to go into that negativity stuff that, like, it's very common. I do want to continue to be positive, so it's going to be a difficult video to script, because I also have ideas on how to, like, continue the channel with going insane. So it's kind of one of those ones where it's like, okay, I've got to basically balance what I think versus what the poorest balance of character thinks. Even though the poorest balance of character is still just me. And there's also the poorest mallet stuff. You know, poorest rallet stuff. Hey, poorest rallet stuff. Woo! I do kickflips and shit. Woo! And then there's like, yeah, the meta stuff. Because also, I don't want to, like, make it like a performance art shit. When I go to an event, I don't want to have to be, like, acting like the poorest balance. I want to continue to be my normal self. They'll be really good as a Legends unit. That's the other thing. That's the thing that is going to be very, very funny. Is if you saw the Drukhari stuff that went to Legends, they were insane. The Tantalus is mad. There's a reason people don't allow Legends, because sometimes they're fucking broken. This is also like, I could not have timed this better. The fact that I made that video about better chasing with salamanders, and immediately Centurions are gone. It's like I turned my back for 1 sec, literally turned my back for 1 second, and they're gone. It's very funny. You always go with the amazing tech breed. You always try Imperial Agents Deathwatch. Yeah, but Imperial Agents aren't real, so you know. Import his data stuff, he just leaves. You ever collab with the guy bringing 50 Thunderbolts to him? I haven't, no. They nerfed Inceptor Deep Strike to 6 inches? They nerfed Inceptor Deep Strike to 6 inches years ago, buddy. Keep up. They nerfed all 3-inch Deep Strikes. I think that was like halfway through 10th. And I should know, I use 18 of them in some lists. Before it was happening with GK? Yeah, this is the thing, like, Grey Knight's getting a refresh? Scary. Drukhari getting a refresh? Scary. Mostly for my wallet. Trying out games using a list equivalent of a Centurion equivalent? That is interesting, yeah. I mean, to be fair, a lot of the lists that I like, or that I've kind of designed, are basically that. Like, I've got a Destroyer Cult Necron list I want to try, which has a lot of Destroyers, which are close enough. I mean, Tau, I like broadsides. I may have cheated my last opponent. Oh, you silly sausage. You silly sausage. You should go back and say he wins. In that case, if it made a big difference, do the noble thing and be like, okay, sorry, I fucked up. You win. Let's try it. Let's scratch that game. You win. Unless you lost. If you lost, then you've definitely fucked it. Oh dear. If they make a new Centurion kit, your channel will become #1 subbed. Exactly, right? It would be, oh man, if they announce today, or like this week, that they're doing another Centurion update, like they're making the Centurion Warsuit as a different unit, I'm gonna have to make another video to be like, never mind. We're good. All is forgiven. You don't have to pay for your crimes. I lost. I just scored one objective. I couldn't land on it. Oh, right, okay. That's fair. Yeah, 6-inch Deep Strike. And depending on what your... The thing I always find funny when I play against people with Shadowmark Talon is that with Inceptors, they go, okay, I need to screen out 6 inches. I go, okay, well, I'm just going to go slightly over 12 away. You strike from the shadows, it's even better. You can't stop that. Sorry. Like, I have tried a couple of other detachments. I love Shadowmark Talon. Honestly, Shadowmark Talon is just my favourite. Icebert, thank you for the 199.
Run 93 Sisters of Silence with Rhino's next list.
Why is it 93 because of characters? I guess so. Like 90 plus 3 characters. That sounds abysmal. I'll say the other thing actually. The biggest thing with the things going to Legends, that's the biggest problem, is that my self-destructing transport list doesn't work anymore. Because they're getting rid of one of the transports I could use. So it's no longer full 2,000 points. That's the biggest crime. That's the biggest problem. It's just like, can I kind of imagine Invicta Warsuit to kind of buff up Centurion? Maybe. And to be fair, that's the other thing. I love Invicta Warsuits. They're perfect in Shadowmark. A 9 Librarian Shadowmark list. Jesus Christ. You won't be able to use your awesome Tech Marine? I mean, I could. I just can't use it how I want to. I mean, the Storm Raven is the problem. Dinosaur Exploders tactical squads don't exist. So they have said, they have confirmed that Tacticus and Phobos armored models can go in Rhinos when the update comes. So the Rhinos, and because there's the rumor of the Rhino and Land Raider being updated, I am wondering if some of those, like the Whirlwind and Razorback and stuff, the Vindicator, I'm wondering if that becomes like one unit with war gear. Like you have a Rhino, and then you can add the Vindicator cannon, or you can add the Razorback cannon or something like that. So the book is already out of date. Which book? Sorry, I'm unsure which book. If you're talking about the Codex, the 11th edition Codex isn't released yet, so. If they do that, I'll feel a bit better. Alright, here's, like, YT Legacy, because you said earlier, objection. You said earlier you haven't played since 5th edition. If they release a new Rhino and has all the bits on it, you have to play a game of 11th. Deal? I'll put you on the spot right now. I mean, fuck it. We can do it on TTS. You can play against me. But you have to do it. Done. Handshake. If the Rhino gets released and they have options to add in all the stuff that they took out, we will play a game on TTS. I'm not going to teach you how to play, though. You're just going to have to guess based on what you remember from 5th. Because I'm still a bastard. At the end of the day, I'm still a bad man. Just check the website. The dev point surface and stuff is real. This is real. This is real and based apparently. I've jumped on in 11th, having not placed in 2nd. It's fun. It is. The Bunty Man knows. But bear in mind as well, this nerf here is only for regular Space Marines. It's not there for Dark Angels, for Black Templar, for Blood Angels, for Space Wolves, for any of the other ones. I can't remember. I think that's the 4. Are you getting a Chimera? I won't get a Centurion tattoo, no. I don't have any tattoos. I feel like I've missed the boat on getting a tattoo. I feel like when you get to a certain age, like, getting tattoos becomes way more of not a thing you do. You either become a tattoo person or you're not a tattoo
Marine
person.
players mourning losses. Drukari, first time? At least you didn't lose half your units like the Drukari did when GW removed Finecast.
Thank you for the super chat, but you lack critical information. I'm also a Drukari player. I know. Drukari was my first army. This is ASMR. ASMR, your units have just been sent to Legends. The Centurions have been sent to Legends. And Paul is very unhappy. The Drukari has been sent to Legends. Paul continues to be unhappy. Ah! And then I just see you make noise at the microphone and make people jump. Ha! I win. I'll subscribe ASMR, please. There's no attachment in the Orc Codex heavy because I don't know about the Marine Codex attachment wise. My prediction is that the Orc Codex is going to be unique in that regard. I think the Space Marine Codex is going to have a lot of 2 detachment point ones. I think it's kind of cool that the Orc one is, you can basically just make a ragtag group of shit. Like, that makes so much more fun. That just seems quite fun. To be like, I could take like 3 different parts and just slam them together. Like, that's very orcish to me. And I feel like you would get a similar vibe. I think Drukhari will probably have a similar vibe, where you have obviously like the real space raid will be 3, but then you can make your own real space raid out of smaller ones. Why are they bloody T-Sons? I'm trying my best with bloody 3 units on the board. Oh, the Amber King. The Hal Amber King. You just wait, buddy. I mean, my list has also been fucked, so both of our lists are fucked. Do you want to just, like, make new lists? Like, gentleman's agreement, we'll just make random new lists. Because I have to change mine. So going back to what I was thinking, like, I think the Space Marine one will have a lot of 2s. And it'll be more like you have your main thing and then, like, a little add-on. Because I think it's less sensible for Space Marines to have that vibe. But the Orc vibe is great. Because it's like you just have 3 things that just don't really mix together. You just slam them together, like, and you just go for it. Like, let's actually have a look. If I go back here, can I just go? I'm gonna have to zoom out. Can I get back to just the home page of the MFM? Actually, we just use this. We just use this here. Sarek Custodies is probably going to be lots of 2s. Admech might be 2s. Eldari, I feel like Eldari and Drukhari could be lots of 1s. Because there's lots of, like, little parts inside. Chaos Demons similarly. Like, you could have, you know, the Be'lakor one is 3, but then you could have, like, you could make, like, a Tzeentch Nurgle Khorne army or something. Necrons, I think, is going to be a 2er. Leagues, I think, is a 2er. Genestealer Cults, I think, is a 2er. Death Guard's a 2er. Grey Knights is a 2er. I'm calling them 2ers. Essentially, ones that I think are going to have, like, several 2-point detachments with additional 1s versus ones that just have loads of 1s. Like, CSM, I think, will probably be a 2 CP heavy one. Asher Minotaur is probably going to be 2 CP heavy. Knights, I think, as well. Tyranids could be 1s, like lots of little gribbly, different types of gribblies. That could go either way. Thousand Suns, I think, is definitely a 2er. Space Marines is a 2er. Orcs, I think Orcs, Drukhari, Eldari. Well, I think Tau will have a good mix, a good range. Yeah, yes, Hawk 2er, yes. World Eaters, I think, is a mostly 2s with a couple of 1s. It's stuff that has, like, lots of different things within it. It's like Orcs, Eldari, and Drukhari. I can see it being very cool to, like, construct your own combination of 1 DP detachments. Same with Demons. CSM, I think anything with like Space Marines are CSM. Anything that has like a chapter type system, you want those to be 2. Like, you want your Raven Guard, Salamander attachments to be a 2er, and then you add something into that, so it's like Raven Guard plus, like Raven Guard with a modification. Whilst with Orcs, it's not. You can obviously do, like, your snake bites, whatever. You don't need a detachment for that. Your snake bites could just be kind of bashed together random shit. Drukhari as well, you'll probably have, like, a real space raid one. And then your other ones are, like, constructing your own real space raid. With a couple of 2s in there if you want to go, like, heavier onto Witch Cult and stuff like that. Well, Sky Splinter keeps Salt Ram? Yeah, I mean, I played, was it Sky Splinter? Yeah, I played Sky Splinter recently. That's a lot of fun. Oh, there'll be enough ones. I think there'll be enough ones. I think what you'll have is like your Imperial Fist, like all of your like standard ones, like an Imperial Fist type one, an Ultramarine type one, Iron Hands, Raven Guards, Salamanders, White Scars, all the other ones that no one remembers. You'll you have those as like 2 DP detachments. You have 1 3 DP, which is like your old Gladius, like just like the chapter. And then all the others, you then have a bunch of 1 DP detachments where you can go, like, I'm Raven Guard, which is like Shadowmark Talon, plus I want to spec into Extra Phobos, or I want to spec into like Vengeful Host, or I want to spec into more Librarians, or I want to spec into this, that, and the other. Like, I feel like that's why I really like the attachment system, because essentially you're making like an army with an add-on, and that changes how you play the game, how you construct your army. Think they'll ever bring back drop pods for Dreadnoughts? I hope they do. I got depressingly built by Fake Monster Heroes just to use in the LGT and them shelved. Hey, listen, you got use out of them. Don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened. And when you go to the LGT and you got those Centurions, have a good time with them because they're great. Apart from the fact they are now, let's just go back to the absolute state of, I can't pull this thing now. That's an interesting bug. If you're zoomed in and slightly too high, it breaks the drop down. That's something that I reckon is the same on any website. I'm just, unfortunately, you can't take the software tester out of the pool. You can take the pool out of software testing, but you can't take the software tester out of the pool, unfortunately. I'm just gonna put that back there. Are you gonna keep streaming, Bold Man? As long as I feel like it. And just chat and see what people... If people have questions, I'll keep asking questions. Very excited design. It's a very niche thing, to be fair. Like, this is one of those ones where, as a tester, I would probably find it, raise the bug, and they'd go, we'll fix it later. Because I am probably the first person to find that, and it doesn't matter. Because it's got a very easy workaround. This is the kind of stuff that I think... difficult to find. Probably not worth fixing. Easy workaround. Not a problem, really. Allowed to ask questions? Sure. Will I answer them? Depends. The Victor Warsuit is basically a Phobos Centurion. True, yeah. I still love the Victor Warsuits. I want to get them back on my list. What do you think EC will end up in this edition? I think EC sounds like a two detachment point one to me. I don't think they have enough like separate stuff to construct into like do that piecemeal stuff. You ever chatted about the process of making your videos? It'd be cool to see behind the scenes a little. I haven't actually, no. It's not exactly a great workflow. I write the video, record the video, I slap it into DaVinci Resolve, and I edit the shit out of it. And then probably cut like a third of what I said. The original cut for the meta chasing video was 44 minutes, and it went down to like 30 something. 31. Some of the stuff I cut out I probably shouldn't have, because like people were asking like how do you change the list to still work. I cut that bit out because of flow. I can't click that thing at all in my browser. That's unfortunate. Depends on the browser, depends on the device. This is the problem with web design. You've got to now consider basically every single person's type of device, plus all the different browsers, plus screen sizes and resolution and all of that shit, and it's a nightmare. Absolute nightmare. One each iteration of the flyers I'm building while news drops, I'm a bit dead inside. What we will have at some point, I will do like a community, like bring your Storm Raven and Centurions to work day or something, I don't know. How long do drawings take? The drawings aren't too bad. I've also got like a fair amount of like a library of drawings that I use over and over. Put it this way, that 2-minute video that I made took me 7 hours. Like from writing, not including the writing, actually, I wrote it before. Recording the audio and editing took, the editing itself probably took the most time, because the recording took like half an hour, like not even that, 15 minutes. So I'd say it took about 6.5 hours to edit that video. But that's 2 minutes and 20 something seconds. Average for me on editing is now about an hour and a half per minute. But that could be several hours, like 10 seconds, and then like 30 minutes on 2 minutes. On average, it's like, rough estimates, like 1.5 hours per minute. The drawings, it depends on the drawing. Obviously, it's a very simple art style, and I can't draw, so I keep it as simple as possible. What do you think your Screaming armies look like? So basically, take my Screaming Ravens armies that are kind of normal, and then take out 400 points. Probably add in some Invictors. It really depends on the codex, right? Because if Vanguard Veterans are super cool, it's probably going to be heavy into Vanguard Vets, heavy into Invictors. Inceptors are still there. You know, maybe the Blade Guard could make a return. I've got a lot of other things. If you had to fist fight your VTuber avatar in real life, do you think you could beat it in the best of 3? I'd beat it in round 1, but then it would go like Insano mode and like sprout 12 arms and rip my head off in round 2. The bolts go S5, the heavy bolts go up 2? Potentially. Probably. But what? I don't know. I mean, it could be the strength doesn't go up, it could be the AP goes up. Maybe heavy bolters just get more AP. New Marine Ultra Heavy Bird variant? Maybe. That's the thing. Either we're going to have another Ultra Heavy or Gravis goes up and takes that place. Which would be weird, I think. Because Gravis has that design space of being a higher armor save. I guess a lower armor save. 3 up armor save T6 versus a Terminator's 5 T5 2 up 4 up. But T7 Gravis with a 3 up would be interesting. Green River's going traitor. What makes the editing take so long is audio video. Video by far. The audio didn't take that long at all. The video, like I say, each minute of footage is about an hour and a half. Because I have the range for it, because I don't seem doubling down on detachment power outside of hand. That's true, yeah, to be fair. Like, GC Cults does feel like it could be a lot of 1 DP ones, because you have, like, the different sections of the Uprising banding together. So that does feel like it could be lots of 1 DPs. Your EC went up by nearly 100 points, shame. Yeah, my list went up by 15. At least. At least I don't have any bloody Landary Redeemers. They're still too cheap. How do you keep track of turn-by-turn moves for your games in prep for your video? I do not, basically. You only need to really keep track of the important parts. You don't need to keep track of every single move, because it's just too much, and it doesn't matter. Like, the positioning of something staying on their home doesn't matter. What matters is the kind of impactful parts of the game. In some cases, like, for example, against Happy Pants, that game was obviously very short, and all of the moves kind of mattered, because all of the positions of every unit kind of went together, because it was a big, like, alpha strike. But a lot of the times you'll notice in my videos, I'm only talking about certain parts, because the rest of it doesn't matter. Like, if there's a certain, like, pivotal part of the game, it doesn't matter what happened in the rest of the game. Like, you only need to discuss that part, because that's the only important part that's actually going to give any value. I've seen this being 1DP since the whole idea is high my work tools won't go. Well, true, but the flip side of that is Tyranids being the 1DP type stuff means that you are the hive mind. You're deciding what kind of stuff you want to add to get to your goal. You see what I mean? As long as other factions get the same relative buff to movement, toughness, and strength, I'm happy. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, obviously, Phobos are faster than EC, but on the flip side, they're not melee powerhouses. That's not the point of them. They're meant to be there to kind of be this sneaky, do the action stuff, and that leans into it. It leads into it better. You can still just run them down, is the thing. I imagine we'll see more of that widening in other stuff, and I think having differences like that within a faction is nice, and it does make them, like, the Phobos armor and Tactics armor now feels way more unique. Because before, them all being movement 6 T4 doesn't really make them that different. When this really does help. I am looking forward to that. Do World Eaters because they can take Forge Fiends, Forge Fiends is cool, or should I not because World Eaters needs to be melee? I mean, Forge Fiend World Eaters are cool as hell. They're actually one of the better Forge Fiends, to be honest, because they are deceptively dangerous because of their rapid fire. Two Invictors is good. 3, I think, is too many, like, honestly. 3, I think you're over... 1, I think, is probably fine. 2, I think, is good, because you've got a bit of redundancy. You can do some fun stuff with them. 3, I think you're at the point where you're spending... What's that? Yeah, like, basically 375 points on not useful stuff. Like 250 is fine. I think 375 is a bit too much. 3GP's old army, 2DP mixed cluster, 1DP very specific. Yeah. Tyranids have enough stuff that they could go either way, to be honest. Do you think Chaos Marines will see buffs to compensate, bring them in line with regular Space Marines? Yes, they've already said that they are. They have mentioned that when the stuff comes out, that all of that kind of stuff will change. Or it's a VTuber. It's true. Or is indeed a VTuber. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, this is the other thing. The Legends are going straight to the app, which is great. So, it's so easy to just play Centurions. 1 to 10, how good do you think Terminators will be? Terminators, I think, will be decent. Terminators are good now. Terminators are seeing a lot of play. And not just with Librarius. Librarius is doing a lot of the work, but Assault Centurions are pretty cheap. No, sorry, Assault Terminators are pretty cheap. Can't get Centurions off my mind. Probably because there's a big screen that just says Centurion Devastator Squad in front of me. What do you think good replacement 6 dev sense? It's I don't know. I mean, an Astraeus is very funny. It's a good question, right? Obviously, it's going to... This only changes with the codex, so trying to work out what's a good replacement now is not worth it. Honestly, if you were to replace them now, I think Eradicators are pretty good. Like, 6 Eradicators do the job of Centurions. It's a little riskier, but it's a lot cheaper. They just delete something. But they will die in return. Unlike Centurions, who can probably take a hit and can do it from longer range. A Repex. Sure, Repexes are probably fine. Or... Desolate, I don't know. Hellblasters. Hellblasters are pretty good. Unless you play around them so well that they don't get to shoot back on death. They don't get to Overwatch very well. And they just die. And you do like... what was the one I did? I did 18... I got 18 sustained hits against Jordan S Sector. With one of my Inceptor squads, which was very funny. Compared to the non-scout section? I mean, yeah, I mean, to be fair, like... They kind of do that anyway, because they've got the Legend stuff. Like, if you just make a list with Legends in it, you just... It's not so much the app needs to be that, it's just where you play it. See my Grey Knight's going T5 with 2 upsaves, seems very durable. No, that is very durable, yeah. That is kind of the Grey Knight thing, right? Grey Knight Battleline is 2 upsave. Everything in Grey Knight has a 2 upsave, yeah. They have, like, Grey Knight special Artificer armor or whatever. Because enough people reminded me that Artificer armor was a thing that I know what it is now. Thank you for the message, Legacy. I have received a handshake. For years. Yes. Ultramarine list went up to 2005 from 1995. Just drop a Thunderhammer. Yeah, that's an easy. Yeah, True Silver, whatever it's called, True Silver Armor, I don't know. It's Grey Knight shit. Grey Knight shit! That's what it is. It's just straight up jerking it with Grey Knight shit. Connor, thank you for the super chat.
Custodies is now only take and hold lol.
Hell yeah, take and hold's great. This makes sense. At least Lions is right, because they went up to 3. You can do other ones. So many tanks and planes go to Legends, especially under 2012. The new universal reaction strategy of Headhunters. Do you expect a massive overall? the vehicles. I mean, bear in mind it's all going to change with the codex, right? We don't know if Headhunters is going to stick around. Very strong unit for me to rapid ingress someone, delete basically a monster vehicle. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. You don't even need to rapid. You just drop it. Just be like drop in front of you and kill. I think Eradicators are one of the things you don't really want to rapid ingress. Like you want to rapid ingress stuff like. For me, I like rapid ingressing jump pack stuff because it means I can then get a really big move. I guess if you rapid ingress... No, because if you rapid ingress the Eradicators, they won't get heavy unless you only move 3 inches, in which case you've rapid ingress them in a weird place. If you rapid ingress them, they're likely to get shot if you're right in front of them. What are the chances we get Castaferum, Dreadnought, and such a redesign since they added the points cost rules? Just remove them. Probably... a number. Yeah, so from the rumors I've heard, Custodians are going to be insane. But also you get, like, not many of them on the board. They're going to be, like, more lore-accurate Custodians. But I don't know how tough. Replace the Tyranids with hyper-adapted Raveners. I'd also have to replace all my other army with Tyranids. Is Paul going to start a CSM army? No, not immediately, no. It's a fun idea. Please fear anything else gets cheaper on Marines say the same. Marines are definitely going up. We know that for sure. I think 11th edition is going to unfold and there's going to be less models on the board. The worst about Legends is that not said after the movie or even shown in the official app. I mean, Legends will be in the app now, so that's good. Vanguard vets are basically just GC, that's true, basically. Everyone else says the game is being ruined until their army gets fun toys. True. That's exactly it. Game's gone until it's not. Gillius, thank you for the super chat. And Connor, thanks for the
Paul
chat.
the First have started buying models just to make an impressive pile of shame.
Interesting choice, but I appreciate the sentiment. Build it into like a throne, and then it's going to be at least be useful.
Not just lions. Solar, lions, and talons are take.
Look at this. So Solar. So Talons and Lions, yes, they're 3DP. Solar is 2DP. So it could also be Recon or Disruption. Shield Host is Purge, could be Recon. Yeah, basically Talons and Lions are both take and hold, yes. What did this used to be, by the way? I actually don't know what this used to be. Rapid ingress them behind a wall for safety, then I can move 3 inches through and shoot on my own turn. That is true, but I guess you gotta, if you can get that position, great. I think I'd struggle getting that position, but maybe it's not too bad. Maybe I'm overthinking it. I feel like it's nice to just be able to go, like I do with the Deception, just go, blap, there it is, bam, you're dead. I think my army specifically needs a rapid ingress or something else, which is why I'm not thinking about it. As well as Space Replay and Aldari play Phobos 8-inch, we need something for Aldari. I think the thing that people are kind of missing out on that is that Phobos aren't like Aldari, they're not here to get into your face. Like, they aren't Howling Banshees. They move fast, but they don't do much. Oh, Lions used to be Disruption. Oh, well then this is a massive improvement. Like, this is way, way better. Like, holy shit, that's way better than Disruption. It's like if it's better than Purge. Either way, this is way better. Would it be viable assuming stuff like Incubi wishes stay at strength 5-4 respectively? I mean, yes, because Incubi will still destroy T5 intercessor, even T5. Like, they will rip them apart.
Me got knight, me stomp, enemy sad.
True and based. Thank you for the super chat. Like, again, there's going to be less space marines on the board. I think Incubi are fine, honestly. They do so much damage. And witches, obviously they have, and you can make them what's it called? Anti-infantry. Solar Spearhead? Yeah, which is the... Solar Spearhead is the... Yeah, this one is the Dreadnought attachment, isn't it? Solar Spearhead. This is the one I want to play, Solar Spearhead. Because this character, just all Dreadnoughts, Solar Spearhead. You do Solar Spearhead plus Silent Hunters just to get recon. CSM, yeah. So Obliterators, like the thing is, the Screaming Ravens convert 1-to-1 into Chaos Space Marines very easily, like super easily, because the jump packs just become Raptors or Warp Talons. Obliterators and Mutilators. Dreadnoughts just become Defilers or something, or Hell. Yeah, Invictors become Hellbrutes. You get Defilers in there. It's easy mode. You know, just normally aggressive Eradicators and have them immediately be out range. That is true, yeah. That's the other thing. Will they also get Dreadnought-based attachment? Probably somewhere in the middle. Be interesting. Are they going to add models move to Legends that were moved from 10th to 11th, or all Legends from all the time? I think they're going to add all Legends to the app. I think the app already shows Legends, so all Legends all the time. Thousand Suns were slightly nerfed, but not much. Fine, mostly. Yeah, it's what a time to be alive, as they say. What a time to be alive. I'm back. I went to have lunch. Well, would it shock you to say that I'm going to go get my lunch now? Because I need to cook my lunch. Thanks for watching. Hope you had a good stream. Thanks for joining. Thanks for the many viewers who have come to give me some condolences. If you aren't following Astra, let's see if I can load this without making noise. It's going to make noise with me. Oh, shut up. He's an idiot. Go tell Astra he's an idiot. At this stream, because I can't raid him properly. So just say, Asher, you're a goddamn idiot. I can't raid you. So go there on YouTube. Thank you very much. I'll do it in here in Twitch. There you go. Go over there and tell them Paul sent you that he's an idiot. I'll see you all next time. Thank you very much for watching.